Hi everybody, in today's episode we are talking about how fear is stopping us to achieve what we want, how fear is stopping us making money. Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Money Matter. Hope you are having a good week. Quite often I hear people saying that they are afraid of going and achieving what they really want from life. And even more often, people not even verbalizing that it's fear what is stopping them to achieving what they are here for, what the best version of themselves. It's just when you are probe into it and ask questions, you realize there is really fear what is stopping you. So I wanted to talk about fear a bit. There is predominantly two types of fears. One, we are either fearing we are going to get something what we don't want. So we are afraid of an outcome which in our perception is not something we would welcome. So that's one type of fear. Or the other type of fear is that we are not going to get something what we want. So we have in our mind a vision of what we should get, and we are fearing that we can't achieve that. We are fearing that we are not good enough, we are not experienced enough, we are not knowledgeable enough to achieve that. The interesting thing though is that both of these fears are purely in our head. It's our perception of what's going to happen in the future before it's happened. So how can we stop ourselves of fearing and going and doing instead, which, as we know, action creates movement, and as a result of it, you are going to get results. What I tend to do when I notice that I am fearful, when I see that I'm stopping doing something which I know would take me on the journey closer to what I'm trying to achieve, is I stop for a moment and understand what am I fearing. So first of all, I identify, am I fearing I will get something I don't want to have? Or am I fearing I'm not going to get what I'm craving for? When you understand what is the fundamental of your fear, then you can go and start breaking it down into smaller things of what is the worst, what can happen, for example, if you try and don't succeed, i.e. you are not getting what you want. Are you not still going to learn a new experience? You are going to do something what you haven't done before. For me, it's a very useful technique to break it down into smaller fears of exactly what is stopping me. Am I fearful of what people will think about me? Then you can more easily deal with it of who is really matter in this world of what they think. Is it everybody? Or is it just your family? So what if you are talking to those who matter to you about the idea or the fear you are experiencing, so they help you on that journey? The other thing with regards to fear, and when we are fearful, is we rather stay with something what we don't like than we go out of our comfort zone. How often you hear people saying that, oh, I hate my job, or my boss of this, or I'm in a very difficult situation. Yet day in, day out, we carry on doing it instead of doing something different. Why? Because we are fearful. There is the saying, I think it's something along the lines that you are rather stay with the devil you know than you change. I have a news for you. Change will always feel uncomfortable. So the sooner you get used to that feeling of uncomfortable, the sooner you will become successful and you can go on that journey. And please don't get that image in your head that you just need to get to a stage after which everything will be easy. We all have our own challenges. We all have our own fears. The question is how we are dealing with it. In the past, I hated failure. I had this vision that I needed to be perfect. I needed to be successful. I needed to know everything. The fear of not being perfect, not knowing everything, stopped me doing loads of things. Since I understand that this is just my perception that I need to do certain things, the word itself using need, I don't need to do anything. When you want to do things, when you desire to do things, you are going to do it, even if there are challenges there. So since I am no longer having this extra pressure put on myself that I need to be perfect, I'm achieving much more in life. So what I would say is just embrace failure, because you know that once you failed, you learn from it, and then you can be a better version of yourself or whatever you are trying to achieve. At our company, my team would know that if something didn't go as we planned, i.e. you could call it as a failure, it's not a problem. I do want to learn from it. So once you can make a mistake, really not a big deal. If you don't learn from it, if you don't understand what didn't go right and don't make preventive actions, that's when within our company I am getting a bit upset that how many times the same mistake needs to be sent to us to learn from it. So what I would say is, if you really want to be successful in this life, please just embrace failure. Please just come across of your fears and push yourself every day just a tiny little bit further out. And before you realize it, the fear is becoming normal. You will feel comfortable feeling uncomfortable. So I hope you find that easy. I hope you find this useful. If you do, please just share it with other people who would benefit from it. If you want to hear other wealth creation mindset tips and tactics, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, just post it below in the comment section. Most people ask questions. We will go and record a video on it. Have a lovely week.